Hi, Jane Paul here from the Early On Child and Family Center in Lanark County. Today's video is about energy. Energy when kids aren't coping well. Kids need a lot of resources just to get through the day. And when their energy is low, they don't have enough resources just to be able to cope with the daily stressors that are there. One of the things that we know about stress is that it eats up energy. So if your child is struggling and not coping well, take a look at the amount of energy they have at that time. It's just another one of the puzzle pieces that we put together when we're trying to parent kids. Energy has a big effect on how well we cope throughout the day. When we don't have enough energy, we say that we are hyper-aroused. We don't have enough energy to be calm, alert, focused, and be able to make choices and do the things that we want to do. So we need to raise that energy up, and sometimes that helps kids cope a lot better. So how do we do that? We read their cues. We see what's going on with them. We can remove some of the stressors in their lives. Maybe it's a morning that we need to help them with their boots before they head outside. Normally they can do that, but today they're just struggling. So we help them with that and remove some of those stresses from them so that they aren't using up their resources in those areas, and they can use them the energy and the resources in other areas to get through the day. We do it all the times with little ones that are sitting in their high chair. If they're getting tired and it's near nap time, we'll often blow them a raspberry. We'll give them a tickle. We'll change our voice. We'll help raise their energy so they can be focused on the job at hand and get their food into them. So when kids don't have enough energy, they're quicker to anger. They have a harder time problem solving because these things all take energy. It's the brain working overtime to do all these functions, and brains use up a lot of energy. So if your child is hypo-aroused, be that parental detective and figure out how you can help them raise that energy. Maybe it's stopping what you're doing right now and changing things up a bit, heading outside for a walk. Maybe it's turning on the music and dancing. For some people, connection with others and doing things together help to fill your bucket and raise that energy level. For others, they may need to have quieter activities. They may need that connection with you, but it may be more about playing Play-Doh at the table or reading a book together on the couch and taking that quiet time to raise their energy. So once again, you get to be that parental detective because you know your kids better than anyone else. So that's when kids have too little energy. What happens when kids have too much energy? Sometimes we have kids that get hyper-aroused and they have too much energy. This often happens with our worriers and our more anxious kids that go into fight or flight very easily because they're always living on the cusp of that to start with. So when we go into fight or flight, that stress reaction again, our bodies are flooded with adrenaline, flooded with cortisol, and our energy can spike, and that can cause kids to have a hard time again being calm, focused, and alert. So for those kids, we need to make that connection, and we need to co-regulate and bring them down. Again, we're going to use this thing called the interbrain, where we connect with our child when we're in close proximity, and our two brains actually work together to help each other. We read their cues, we change how we respond so that we can help them feel like they belong, feel like we're working together on things, and again, take some of that stress out of their lives. And when we can bring that energy down to a mid-level, then they have the right amount of energy to be able to be calm, focused, and alert, and pay attention to what's going on and comply with what we ask them. So the next time your child is struggling, take a look at the amount of energy they have. Do we need to help upregulate that energy to help them cope, or do we need to downregulate that energy to help them cope? And again, you know your kids best. Take a look and respond in the way that you think will help them then be able to cope, and you get the best outcome out of it. If this interests you, contact me at Crow Parent Education on Facebook. If you'd like more information about it and you'd like to talk about it and your specific child, I would be more than happy to do that. You'll find more little parenting videos as well on our YouTube channel, Children's Resources on Wheels. I hope you enjoy them, and if you have any questions, contact us either on my Facebook page or at crowlanark.com, which is our website. Take care. See you next time.